It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at the Golden One Center in downtown Sacramento. Tonight, it's the Sacramento Kings getting set to match up with the New York Knicks. Opening tip belongs to the Kings, and they'll have it first to start the fourth as well. We're underway in Sacramento. Buddy Hield to Fox. Barnes goes to the left side. To Barnes. Has a chance. Add 2 points to the board.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill, and you still knocked it down.
Possession lies with New York. To Julius Randle. To Dennis Smith Jr. Randle's shot off the mark.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was his shot.
Buddy Hield. Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
In the front court comes Smith. Down 4. Screen coming. To Dennis Smith Jr. And the rebound taken in by Barnes. Fox picked up by Gibson. To Harrison Barnes. 5 on the shot clock for Sacramento. Julius Randle snatching it out of the air. That's out. Last touch by Julius Randle. Shot clock violation. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Smith to Kevin Knox.
2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Hield. To Fox. Here's a chance from long range. His first effort off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Couldn't keep it in. Out off Dennis Smith Jr. It's Sacramento ball. To Hield. Here comes the screen. Hield, guarded by Gibson. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
To Dennis Smith Jr. New York with 4 to shoot. Short jumper stays out. Fox into the front court. 8-2 our score. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
that time. Into the front court, it's Fox. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Straight on three, at the buzzer. And a three-pointer at the buzzer for good measure. What a finish to the opening period. A great stretch here to start the game. We played one at Golden One Center with the Kings on top. Jay and I return to the capital city of Sacramento. After this, you're tuned to the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Smith with it up top. Down 11 to Kevin Knox. Smith. Nothing going here on that drive. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
It's the Kings now with the ball. De'Aaron Fox to Barnes. Almost unlucky bounce.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Here comes the screen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw up and good as he finishes off the three-point play. The lead is down to 6. Fox with it. Looking to make something happen. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go. The possession lies with New York. Smith to Gibson. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Fox across the timeline. They lead it. 4-point game. Healed here against Taj Gibson. To Fox. Nothing going here on that drive. The Kings now with 4 to shoot. Can't connect. Kevin Knox powers it through. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Buy one or more tickets before the end of today's game, and you'll receive an exclusive discount.
De'Aaron Fox to Harrison Barnes. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Harrison Barnes has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 78% at the line. Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Smith with the basketball. Down 3. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Dennis Smith Jr. Fox into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Barnes. Able to convert inside.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Smith to Julius Randle. Picked up by the Kings.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Hield. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Knicks with the basketball. Won't go down. To Fox. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending. Smith now into the front court. Down 8. Here comes the screen. Smith to Taj Gibson. Shot from the lane won't go.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Going to launch beyond the arc. That won't go. On the follow. Way to stay with it. Quarter comes to an end. The Kings dominating so far.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Kings dominated this matchup from the opening tip. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Sacramento Kings. The Knicks have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Assists. Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
Gibson was unable to find his shot through the first 2 quarters. He's been able to get shots up, but more often than not, they just haven't been dropping for him. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Smith into the front court. His guys trail by 10 to Kevin Knox. Smith. Short jumper, won't fall. To Harrison Barnes. The drive, right to the basket. De'Aaron Fox. Nice pass to set things up. Now the coach of the Knicks going to signal for a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter.
We'd like to take this opportunity to thank the fans who volunteered at our recent food run. We couldn't have done it without your support. If you would like to participate in an upcoming event, you can register at our team website for more details.
Smith to Kevin Knox. Smith to Kevin Knox. Pulled down by Dedmon. Into the front court, it's Fox. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Buddy Hield to Fox. Here comes the screen. Fox, guarded by Gibson. To Hield. Knox with the board. Into the front court comes Smith. The deficit now up to a dozen. To Kevin Knox. The shot missed by Smith. Kings with the ball to Barnes. Deep two there, won't go.
Show me something better than that, baby. It's game time.
Smith with it up top. Down a dozen. They go down low to Randall. Cashes in for 2.
Old school equals high percentage.
Number 2, Wade Ellington.
De'Aaron Fox to Hield. Nothing going here on that drive. Buddy Hield to Fox. It goes down.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Here comes the screen. Smith. Down to Randall. Can't connect from in close. Kings have the basketball. De'Aaron Fox. Sizing up the defense. Short jumper won't go down. Smith with the basketball. Down 12. Screen coming. To Dennis Smith Jr. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Smith now. Won't go. Knocks it down from mid-range. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Smith with the shot. It won't fall. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. 3 quarters down, and the Kings right now feeling good. The Kings have the basketball as we begin the 4th quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the 4th quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the 4th.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Smith to Gibson. Not done yet. The follow won't go either. Fox with it. They lead it by 14.
Here we go.
Has a look. Off the mark.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Here comes the screen. To Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson above the rim. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Fox across the timeline. Up a dozen. The screen sets him up for 2.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
Smith now into the front court. Looking to make something happen. From the outside, no good. Fox into the front court. His guys leading by 14. Nothing going here on that drive. Won't go.
I got it. I got it. All the pressure. Hey, lock up, lock up.
Randall to Kevin Knox. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Taj Gibson, couple of free throws on the way. A career 70% free throw shooter. Off the mark on the first free throw. Oh, he missed on a pair. Sacramento ball. And count the basket.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Smith into the front court. His guys down big. To Gibson. Finish that. he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Dennis Smith Jr. at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 69% at the line. Can't connect on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Into the front court, it's Fox. The lead is 15. To Harrison Barnes. Can't connect. Into the front court comes Smith. Down by 15. Here comes the screen. Shot by Smith off the mark. It's Sacramento ball. Short jumper stays out. Smith with it up top. Trailing by 15. Randall to Kevin Knox. Here comes the screen. Knicks with 4 to shoot. Wide open look, won't go. Fox guarded by Gibson. It's the Kings who get the victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Kings put on a show in a blowout. What really stood out for me is how many times they scored on second effort plays. It takes heart to keep up that kind of execution, and these guys were relentless. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Sacramento Kings. The Knicks really lost big in this matchup, and you could tell it was tough on them. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight, because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. Check out the leading scores for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Field goals.
As you can see in the highlights, this team did a great job of staying competitive and putting in the necessary effort to get the win.
Player of the game.
If you asked him, I'm sure he'd give the credit to his teammate and coaches. But at the end of the day, we know that he's the one that made the biggest impact on this game.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.